What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. I've got a little bit of news here for you, and I just wanted to break this down and talk about the context of this news. I'm sure you've all heard of it, and it's something that people just cannot stop talking about. The fact that obviously we drafted Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. Obviously, it's on everybody's minds. People lose their minds all the time. I do not blame that on Jalen Reagor. I do blame it on Howie Roseman not trading back, still being able to acquire the same pick. Well, it is what it is. We all have our own opinions on the matter. But there now is a report, and Dov Kleeman here has the report from Jeff Mosher, who on Inside the Birds said that there are NFL teams that have some interest in trading for Eagles wide receiver Jalen Reagor. So we all know that he has not panned out, obviously, to be a first-round pick that we expected, but the Eagles are receiving calls for Jalen Reagor. So let's talk a little bit about this whole situation. First and foremost, obviously, he has not panned out to what we expected, whether you blame that on what was going on with Carson or, with Jalen coming in his first year and people think he can't, whatever. Regardless, he has really not stepped in, and he's not Justin Jefferson. So that's one thing that everybody holds on to. So it has not went well for him, but you guys know how I view wide receivers. A lot of these guys, I like to try to give 3 years to wide receivers because it takes some time to develop. And, with Nelson Aguilar, we talked about my first year of, having my show and doing this. We talked about him having a breakout year that year. Maybe this in his third year could be the year with Doug Peterson. Well, Jalen Reagor coming into his third year. I don't know, man. I know that he's, you can watch these highlight videos and he's practicing the offseason. That's fantastic. That's what he should be doing. So great. What I need to see is production on the field. So that has been far from that. As you can see, let's look at his career stats in the 2 years that he has played. He's still a young man, 23. As I said, he's still got a couple years left on his contract, on that rookie contract. So look, 5'11", 197. We thought he would come in here, be an X factor. He started in 24 games, played in 28. He's had only 64 catches out of 111 targets, 695 yards, only 3 touchdowns, 9.1 yards per reception, and 17.6 yards per game. We've tried handing the ball to him a little bit, 3.2 yards per carry there on 14 rushes. But he's given up the ball 4 times. When he does get that ball in his hand, whether that's on a reception, a rush, or a return, he's had 4 fumbles. And then you see his return stats. So you think, well, maybe he could help us there. But as you can see in his punt returns, he has only averaged 9.2 yards per punt return. And he's only had 1 touchdown. And it was an exciting touchdown. But beyond that, he finds himself going backwards more than forward. And I know that drives people crazy. Then you see kick return. Not much better, 21.3 yards. You want to be getting around 25 if these guys are taking it. You get the whole gist of it. But regardless, we all know that Jalen Reagor has not panned out. And I'll be real with you, it sucks because you used a first-round pick on him. So I would love for he and Devontae Smith to live up to their potential and be a great combination, having Quez Watkins in there, possibly adding someone in this draft. So I love the thought of it. But I don't know. So let's talk about this. The Eagles, should they consider trading Jalen Reagor? Now, some people are going to say, nobody's going to trade for Jalen. Well, there are teams that would want a young receiver still on his rookie contract, not costing you much, and the potential is there. It's just obviously he's not got it up there. So let's talk about it. One of the things we talked about was the return game. That's something where even as a receiver, if you can't show up there, maybe you can help out as a returner. Well, he has not really done that. And beyond that, you look at this return room. We brought in, the Olympian, Devin Allen. We brought in Zach Pascal. But you've got guys that have dabbled in the return game, and you don't really have anybody that just, blows you out of the water there. So maybe this Devin Allen kid, after 6 years not in football, can impress, and, maybe he finds a spot returning him. I mean, that's a long shot. But I'm just saying, my point is, you're going to want to improve this area regardless of who is there. So, you could move on from him, but you're already pretty slim here. But once again, you could take him out, and I really don't think it would matter all that much because he hasn't done much. And if he does finally pan out, then I want him to be used as a wide receiver. So the Eagles need an upgrade there, regardless of if he's here or not. So we'll see what they do there. But talking about wide receiver, this is where this dude is supposed to step up. We know that Devontae Smith is our number one wide receiver. Quez Watkins really stepped it up. Love to see where he has come. But, dude, Jalen Reagor, we obviously wish was that first-round pick that he was supposed to be. We know he's talented, but, man, he just hasn't been. So I really feel, do you want to give up on this guy before his third season? For me, that's a no. And it's as simple as this. I think that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I want to find out who he is first in this season a little bit. I don't want to just sit here and act like, it's all over. He can't get better. Look, has he been good? Not at all. He's been horrible. So sorry, man. You need to step it up big time. But let's take a look at what is most important here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is always the one thing that people aren't looking at. And that's the money, baby. So when you're looking at this money, does it make sense to trade Jalen Reagor? So we're looking at his cap hit this year. $3,619,276. Not so bad, but for a guy that, is not producing and starting, that's not so great. So he's got 2 years left. We know that rookie contract. Are we going to give him a fifth-year option? Highly doubt it if he doesn't pan out. So we have to find out. Now, when you are looking at what is down below, let me try to explain this for you. This is a look at what the money would look like if these things were to happen. So if he were to be cut pre-June 1st, if we cut him right now, you already have that dead money that carries with it, the $7,841,489. But now that's a negative. That is not cap savings at all. You're losing even more money. So you are negative in the cap. Cutting him right now, that's not an option. A lot of people say that to me. We got to cut him. We're not going to lose money just to get rid of someone. I would rather him sit at the bottom of the depth chart than not have the money. So regardless, not going to be cut. So we talk about post-June 1st designations with a lot of these guys. So with him, again, on that rookie contract, not a really great move to make. So again, I am not cutting Jalen Reagor this year just due to the fact that even if it's 11 million pre-June 1st or the 8 mil post-June 1st, I'm not losing money. We already have enough dead money dancing around. We need help at receiver. I still think we need to add someone in the draft. Wouldn't mind a veteran free agent, but you need to have money. So this dude is actually going to hurt you if you cut him. So I'm not in the business of cutting him. Now, when you're talking about trades, okay, now you're talking a little business. But the deal is here, you're not doing this trade because you're saving money. As you can see here, if you trade him pre-June 1st, you're saving $13,000, $13,576. That's pretty funny. That is jack shit. So it doesn't matter, but it's much higher, than obviously the $4,222,489 that you see if you cut him. So there is the difference. You want to try to trade him because not only do you have $4 million in that, but you have $4 million in the dead money. So that is a lot more intriguing, right? So now you're looking at it and you're like, all right, maybe the trading is a little bit more possible. Then you look at trade post June 1st. Now you're saving a little bit more money, less dead cap. I'm liking what you're putting out here. So you're looking at the cap savings there. You're looking at a little bit of dead money. I am all for it. You actually save a little bit of chump change there. I would be okay with that if the right price came along. So we're talking about the price. Something happens in camp, something, this, that, the other thing. A team comes calling, they provide the right offer. Okay, I get that totally. Now, I provided the other numbers at the bottom. If you were to try to restructure, you could save a little bit of money. Extend, you could save a little bit of money. But I put all the numbers in there just so you can understand it. Thank you to Over the Cap for the numbers. But let's be real here, guys. There could be money, but this isn't about money right now. This is about what's going on with Jalen Reagor. So is his mind right? I don't know. Does he want a change of scenery? I'll be real with you. I think for a lot of people, a change of scenery can do wonders. Now, this kid, I honestly, you remember, this was somebody I liked in the draft. I thought very high of, very talented. I thought we could trade back in the first, acquire him, get some more picks. Well, we took him at 21 over Justin Jefferson. That I was not really okay with, but I was like, okay, I still like the kid, so let's make it work, right? Yeah, well, he has not done it on the field. So off the field, it's like, okay, well, he's going through some things. He lost his friend. He's got this, got that. Where's his mental at? So I'm trying to be understanding. I am. But then I'm going to be honest with you here. I watched an Instagram live of his a week or so ago, and I've been trying to use Instagram more because I was like, I got to use it. So I try for you guys. But I was watching it, and I'm sorry, dude, but just he seems very, very immature, and I'm not here to judge anybody, but that's kind of the problem here. So you really need to work on a lot of things, it seems like, outside of the football world, and then allow just that football talent to show, because you're letting all the other bullshit bleed into it, and it's showing. So I would get that figured out, man. I mean, because you've got people that believe in you. You got people that are sitting here that know you have talent. I know you do. And I know with the right kind of help, people can work on things. And if you need to work on those things, you need to take time. Do that, man. Do that. But don't, fighting with fans and arguing with stupid shit. It's like, that's just, I get it. It's a different world. Where I grew up, players didn't interact with us like this. Like, this is nuts. But it's just weird, man. And I don't think that the fans should. Look, I'm all about booing and letting you know when you suck. But some of the things people say to these guys, it's like, look, man, they're human beings. Like, let's try to tone that down. But I don't think he should be even on social media, period. He shouldn't even be reading that, because he shouldn't be making posts that people can post it on, because obviously that is his issue. You know what I mean? We talk about people having their own vice. Everybody's got their own thing. Some people can handle crack. Some people can handle alcohol. Some people can handle heroin. Some people can't. So it's like, you pick your vice, and, and obviously I'm speaking of drug terms there, but I'm just saying there are things that certain people, bro, it's just eating me alive inside. I hate this situation that we're even in, but it makes sense that teams would be calling, because this is a situation where you could find yourself a diamond in the rough if you're another team. This kid finally gets his head right. He's figuring shit out, gets off social media, because that's clearly his vice here. And look, man, if you're going through things, I think, we're all trying to be behind you. Some people aren't going to be, but you've got a team that obviously some people have already gone through some things, like Lane Johnson, that, be honest and open. And I think you have been, but also be honest and open with yourself. I think that was a key thing for me. And it's going to be for all of us. If we're ever going to make a change, you have to. So dig deep, my man, dig deep, because the Eagles will take some calls. Now, I don't think we just trade him to trade him, because if you look at the money, you're not saving that much. And what if in year 3, he finally does decide to get it right? You know what I mean? So I want to see what he looks like in camp. I want to take a little gander in preseason. If you hear the right price of Colin, somebody look, and we always say this, for the right price, anybody's expendable. So this is very possible, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm hoping the best for the kid. I actually would like him to just pan out, not get a 7th round effing pick for a 1st round pick. You know what I mean? I mean, I think you could probably get at least like a 4th, but I don't know. He hasn't panned out to anything. So a team could be like, no, dude, I'll give you a 6th. Simple as that. And maybe we take it. So it's rough when a guy doesn't pan out like that. And it's only been 2 years. So it's like, let's pump the brakes and let's see what he looks like one more year. That's where it's at for me, because the money, the way it looks, and if he sucks, once again, even if he's on this roster, you go in this draft and you get another receiver. I still think you should add a veteran free agent wide receiver once Jarvis Landry stops smoking that good stuff and comes off that $20 million a year asking price. Maybe you bring him in. There's options out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just hope the Eagles make the right ones. So we've talked about staying patient. This is going to be a slow burn, baby. I think that people are in for a rude awakening once the season starts. Everybody's getting ahead of themselves. The season's over, this, that, the other thing. It's like, dude, we haven't even had the draft yet. Calm down. We have 10 picks, 2 of those 1st rounders. Come on, baby. We got 5 of our top picks and 100, the first 101 picks. I'm excited still. Setting up for the future with those 2 1st rounders next year now too. Very, very excited still. And, if you guys watch that free agent series, we talked about adding Hassan Reddick, Kaiser White, Tyrann Mathieu. We got Reddick. We got White. Let's get Mathieu, baby. So I've been trying to give you guys as much information as possibly can and talk about as many things that are realistic, whereas I know that a lot of people were busy with Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson this offseason. I cannot waste my time talking about hot takes every day. I will not. So I really hope you guys enjoyed all the free agent series. It was awesome to be able to just go back and bring all my clips talking about all these people we should sign, because these are the things. It's slow little pieces that people they want it all right now. I want the biggest name on free agency. And if we win free agency, Super Bowl, here we are. Unfortunately, it does not work that way. And we are not in a team in that position to just go ahead and be big spenders and we're in the Super Bowl. We have to build this. And I think we want to build something for the future. We're not just trying to be a one-trick pony. Dude, and look, man, that one-hit wonder, it was beautiful getting that Super Bowl, but I want more, and I want to be a dominant dynasty for the foreseeable future. So we build around Jalen Hurts with all these pieces. We see what he is this year, QB1. And then if things don't work out, we talk about having 2 first-round picks now, but we have an ass load of money. We're in a really good position. So don't let people trick you, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles are in a great position. We've got picks cap for the future. I'm going to make a show on that, just because people keep saying it. So I'm going to show you that. But got this draft series mapped out. It's going to be fun. So hope you guys enjoyed the free agent content. Hope you're going to enjoy this draft content. I see people squirming out there. It's like, I'm not giving you free content. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready, because it's about 3 weeks, right? Till draft day. Not even, or 2 weeks, I mean to say. Dude, like 16 days. I'm ready to jump through this effing wall. Let's go. Bird time. And then once that roster's filled out a little bit, then we'll sign more free agents and undrafted kids, and then we'll have a better idea. So don't let people lose their minds, and trades. Look, and we talk about Jalen Reagor being a guy, Sayamalu being a guy that could possibly be traded that are, off the wall. Then you got guys that are probably going to be traded. You got Andre Dillard. You've got Gardner Minshew, who have a lot of value. Teams could come calling, and Howie's always down to make some moves. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back if anything wild happens. But if not, this draft series is about to kick off. So if you need me in between that time, please feel free to reach out. But I appreciate you taking the time tonight. Hope you all enjoyed this beautiful weather today. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button, subscribing to the YouTube channel. A little button should pop up here at the end for you guys. Click that. Truly appreciate the hell out of all of you. But if you need anything, whether it's talk about birds life, I'm always here. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!